Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome to your August 2025 reading. We're going to pull some cards and see what us Virgos, because I'm a Virgo Sun, what we need to know to make the most out of our August of 2025. So right out the gate, guys, we have Deep Knowing. This is a card that shows up when we are really supposed to listen to that inner voice and that inner knowing that we have. Over any situation that you're dealing with, Virgo, I want you to trust your instincts rather than actually listening to the noise from people around you. Your deep knowing is going to be the most influential and the most positive way of navigating the month of August. So you already have the answers within you. Again, you know, the Hermit is your archetype card. So that deep knowing, what you need to do is use that Hermit energy and look within yourself for your answers more than looking outside of yourself at what the rest of the world has to say about what we're doing. We also have higher power. So I feel like this is between you and your higher power right now, Virgo. Deep knowing and higher power to me are very spiritual cards. And the month of August, we're going to get through it a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? Positively, more of in a way that's going to help our situations if we are really listening to our inner guide and our inner knowing, because that comes from our higher power. When you think about your crown chakra, those are downloads that come in through God and the universe, your higher power. And that is where the deep knowing is going to come from. That's what is going to be your source for guidance this month, Virgo. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some cards. I'm going to do a Celtic cross spread for all of us. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Renee. And I pull tarot and oracle cards every day to help us figure out what our focus needs to be and how we need to get there. And I pull a card in the morning and I pull a card in the evening as well, a surrender card telling us what we need to let go of that's happened throughout our day. So you can catch me on here a lot on YouTube, and I hope that this reading resonates. I hope that you give it a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed to my channel already, I hope that you will do so and become a part of my community. So let's go ahead and see what we need to know for the month of August. Okay, the basis of our reading is call, listening to the call of your soul. That's what that deep knowing is talking about. You know how when you hear people talk about a calling, like a certain career might be a calling for people, a certain gift is a calling. That is where you're going to find your fulfillment right now, Virgo. And you need to heed the call. You need to answer it in order to move forward. You're tired of being stuck and you're tired of ignoring this, this purpose that you have been called here for. It's time for you to answer that call. Now, what's going to help you moving forward with that? The energy that supports this is the 8 of Earth. This is you honing your craft, working every single day towards accomplishing a goal or a dream. It very much, this could be a career reading for some of you. For some of you, it's going to be more of a spiritual reading. But for some of you, and either way, this is you showing up for yourself every day and putting your best foot forward and working hard towards achieving a goal or answering a call. That's what's going to feed your soul the most, and that's where you need to be putting your energy, is into answering that call. Now, what is on your mind is the Emperor, and that is how to answer this call and how to be independent and quiet the noises around you so that you listen to your own deep knowing from your higher power. Maybe that's maybe you're getting a lot of people feeding your like with an opinion, like checking in with you whether you ask them to or not about what it is that you're doing, Virgo. And that's the noise that I want you to quiet. I want you to not worry about what everybody else is saying or thinking about that, and just focus on you. Because at the end of the day, that's where your happiness is going to come from. You know what's best for you. You know what steps you need to take. You just need to check in with yourself and then in turn with your higher power. because you are connected to that inner knowing and that higher power already. You just need to not listen to the outer voices, but listen to the inner knowing that you have. Now, the foundation of all of this is the Ace of Fire. This is your passion, your interest. This is what gets those creative juices flowing. This is what gets you up in the morning and gets you excited about life. It's about finding your passion. And that's what you are so desperately looking for right now, Virgo, is this creative spark, this inspiration that feeds us, that makes us excited about life. You're tired of going through life in a mundane way. You want to find your purpose and your calling, and you want to answer that. Now, recently what has happened is the Eight of Fire. This is something in your past. It could be a move that has, like a physical move that has made you relocate to another city or another home. But this is some energy came at you quickly, and it made you rethink everything. I feel like it made you question like what you're doing in your career, why that's not feeding your soul, or where this relationship that you've been in that has been numbing you out, where you've just been like, I can't do this anymore. And that's why you are dealing with this energy right now of answering this call and finding your passion, because you are tired of living that mundane life. You're looking for the excitement of answering your life's purpose. And that's what's going to make you feel fulfilled. What's happening for you in the near future? We have the Queen of Fire. This is Queen of Wands energy. And this is you finding yourself, believing in that dream that you've been holding on to dearly and answering the call, moving forward. That is what's going to feed your soul and give you the happiness and the fulfillment that you've been searching for. I feel like that's what we've all been trying to do here in 2025 in order to, I feel like move, like level up. I feel like we are all tired of living these lives of, and like working in this dead-end job, this dead-end career, or getting up every day to a boring relationship. We're wanting something that feeds our soul and gets us excited every day. And that's what this Queen of Fire is telling you. Pursue that. You know, that dream that you have inside you, that thing that you've always wanted to do but haven't quite figured out how to do it. I want you to take the next 5 months of 2025 and answer that and figure it out. Okay, let's get some more information before we go on with the last 4 cards. What else does Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising need to know? Okay, we have movement, and that's where this Eight of Fire comes. Remember, I was telling you, for some of you, you may have recently made a move. Maybe you relocated to a new city or a different home. But some of you, I feel like that's what it's going to take in order for you to find yourself. Maybe you've been thinking about making a move, or maybe you've been thinking about career steps, what you need to do in order to move forward in your career or with whatever your calling is. But movement is going to be essential for you in the month of August. You need to think about how you need to progress forward, because that's where you're going to find your real joy, Virgo. It's time for you to move on. It's time for you to leave something behind that's no longer serving you and start moving towards your goals and your dreams and your fulfillment. Okay, let's take this one. And trust. Okay, we have trust and deep knowing. So you can trust that inner knowing, that spark. You know, we come here, I feel like, with a purpose, and we come here to fulfill a dream. And you already know what that dream is. Now it's time for you to start working towards it, because you haven't been doing that. This higher power. Trust in your guides and your angels and your ancestors to lead you and into the movement of where you need to go and what you need to be doing. It's time for you to operate in more of a space of spiritual trust and being guided, knowing that you are the one who's going, at the end of the day, when we lay down at night with just our thoughts, how are you feeling about what you accomplished in that day? Or how are you feeling about how you moved through that day? It's time for you to start shaking things up and making it where you are feeling more fulfilled. Okay, we have 2 of fire. This is you definitely finding your passions. You have the ace, where you already have that dream. You already have that knowing of what it is that you're wanting to accomplish, what your calling is. But now it's time to start looking for the opportunities to come your way to fulfill that calling, to fulfill that purpose. That's what you're here to do, Virgo. Now we have another 2 here for you with the 2 of earth. So partnerships could be very important for you in the month of August, whether that is a love partnership, a business partnership, but people, this is also about you balancing your life, your relationships, because with these 2s here, I'm feeling that's going to be something, and the number 2 is really showing a lot in here, in your spread here. You have, okay, these 2 twos. You have the 20 at the base of your reading. 2 plus 0, that still is a 2 number. So I feel like relationships are going to be very important for you for the month of August, and it's really important for you right now to evaluate what relationships are worth fighting for and what are the ones you need to maybe move away from, because you have all these cards of movement telling you that it's time to make or break. It's time to either make these relationships really important or move on to something different. I feel like somebody needs to hear that message where it's about the relationships and who is with you in this life and in your life currently. Who gets to go on to the next chapter with you? What your guides and ancestors want you to know. 6 of fire, this is victory and fulfillment is coming your way. They want to lead you that way. That's why you got the deep knowing card, the trust card, and the higher power card. It's time for you to operate through a spiritual lens rather than the lens of what the world is wanting you to do. In order for you to answer that calling and for you to be fulfilled, it's all going to be about your spirituality and your inner knowing. We're ending the card with the Hierophant, which is all about doing things differently. You're either conforming with this energy or non-conforming. But this is a spiritual card. This is the spiritual leader of the tarot deck. And I really do feel like a lot of you are being called to answer your higher power. You're being called to trust and move towards that spiritual path and release the baggage and the bondage that you have been feeling with this earthly path. You know, we're an earth sign, so we get, I know I personally, whenever I'm confused or really seeking out guidance, I go on a walk in nature because God speaks to me through nature. And I may not even be looking for the message, but it will show up for me if I get myself out into nature. And that is how the spiritual path moves for me. That's how I move on my spiritual path. Maybe that's more of a better way of putting it. But I do feel like true fulfillment for you for the rest of 25 is for you to focus on your calling and for you to focus on how you've been showing up for yourself and how you are pursuing your goals and your dreams. Okay, let's go ahead now and let's think of a question that you want to ask your angels and your guides and see what the answer is. I'm going to be quiet so you can focus for a minute. Ask. I feel like this card wants to come out. Peaceful resolution. Okay, if you are in conflict with yourself, could be with another person, because remember I said you have this partnership energy in here. The twos are really showing up a lot in this reading, as well as I've seen the number 4 quite a bit as well, which is your foundation. You need to have peace in your life right now, Virgo. That is going to give you having a rock solid foundation is going to bring peace in your relationships. So if you have been feeling like you're at odds with another person, whether it's someone at work, whether it's someone in your home, could be your significant other, your boss, whatever, there is going to be peaceful resolution for you. But I want you to stay true to yourself. You have to really acknowledge that your peace is worth fighting for. And you're going to find that peace when you answer the call of what your soul's purpose is. Pay attention to that now, more so than anything else. Okay, guys, that is your reading for August. I hope this reading resonated. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Like I said, I pull cards every morning and every evening. You can check those in the shorts videos that I post. And I will see you back here with another reading for Virgo. Sending you love, joy, happiness, and peace. Bye-bye.